Short story by Paul McCann. Flufee the Cool Cat. Flufee was born a stray cat, but learned how to survive. A few blocks from the docks stood the overcrowded flats of the waterfront. Flufee knew about this old lady who lived alone, and thought about maybe making her life a more warm and comfortable existence. So she put her best foot forward one day when the groceries arrived there at 10 o'clock. Once the delivery man had rang the doorbell and the old lady opened the door, Flufee sprung into action. When the old lady saw the little cat standing at her door, Flufee began to look up and meow and purr and roll over all softly and brush up against her legs. And the cat said, hello. Fluffee's the name with a double E. I'm a time house-trained cat. I like old ladies. Can I stay here? The old lady ran her fingers through the cat's fur and said, hello, little puss. Come inside and I'll get you a drink. Flufee replied, nah, that's what I call cool. You're so sweet. You don't mind if I just hang around for a little while? The old lady said, oh, you are the sweetest thing I've ever saw. Make yourself at home, pussycat. Now, come in. She closed the door. And the cat watched the old lady. Now, where are my hearing aids? It's time for the news, the 6 o'clock news. Flufee replied, yeah, cool. I'll just wait on the warm rug. So what's cooking? I like fish, but anything with a meaty flavour will do. Kidney would be nice. I'd be happy with chicken or something warm and maybe milk in a bowl. I'll leave it up to you, lady. The old lady set a bowl of water in front of the cat. Flufee was stunned, looked there at the water. So what's this? The old lady searched around for her hearing aids, and when she found them, she sat down in front of the television. Suddenly she started to talk to the man on the TV who was reading the news. Hello, is there anybody in there? You should tell the people exactly what's going on. This world is a bad place. It's in a bad way and no one wants to admit it, she said. The cat sat there, never muttered a word. The old lady continued, if you think that I'm going to sit here and listen to all that rubbish, well, you've got another thing coming. So you better shut up. Flufee soon realized that all was not well with the old lady. Meow. Don't want to alarm you, lady, but there's nobody living in there. It's just like a TV, it's got circuits and transistors, that's all. The old lady continued, the problem with the world today is people like you. You see, it's all bad news. Flufee had enough of the 6 o'clock news and decided to go and check out the rest of the flat. In the kitchen, a small mouse scurried across the floor, but didn't get far, because fearless Flufee pounced on the rodent before it could escape. With one paw on the rodent's tail and the other held up in the air, the mouse squealed out in fear. Squeak, oh please, make it quick, cat. The cat purred and replied, meow, don't panic, my little furry friend, I'm not a killer. Then she lifted her paw off the mouse's tail, and the mouse sat back and said, Squeak, so you're not descended from an African tiger or a Siberian wildcat? The cat replied, meow, no, I'm glad to say, so I'm not. So you can chill out, okay? Squeak, squawk, cat, you're cool. What's your name? Said the mouse. Meow, I'm Flufee. The mouse looked up into the cat's big green eyes and said, Squeak, it's nice to meet you, Flufee. The cat smiled, and the mouse called out, Flufee? Flufee! Yeah, meow, Flufee with a double E, not a Y, right? Oh, sorry, Flufee, said the mouse, who called out to all the small family with a few high-pitched squeals. Squeak! Come and meet the mouse's friend. Come on, Flufee, come and meet the mouse's friend. Little mice all over the house came out from their little holes, and they all went over and made various gestures to Flufee, high fives and thumbs up. One member of the mouse's family said, excuse, so, yeah, I want to be a cat like you. Nobody can be a cat, just a cat, right? Cool, so, me a Squeaky, what are you? You a Savannah stray cat? Lost domestic or something? Yeah, I'm an import, 5 generations free. I'm proud to be me, owned by nobody. So, Squeak, you're not a hunter? Yeah, well, if I were, would you still be here? That's right, said one. Squeak, true, that's right, said another. So, what do you think of old Maggie? Said one of the mice. Meow, well, she's a little on the gone side, but hanging on there. Meow. So does the old lady hate me? I wonder when I'm talking to her. Flufee asked. The old lady called out from the living room. Where are you, Puss? Where are you gone? Look what I have here. Flufee returned to the living room, and the old lady placed a bowl of water on the floor. There you are, Puss, for a thirsty, hungry cat, said the lady. After a week or two, the kitten was fed up, had enough, sick of the 4 concrete walls, and the old woman who had almost lost her marbles. The kitten wanted an adventure, more excitement in life. After a month, the kitten was getting really into a rut, and she began to talk to herself like the old lady, and with the constant bowls of water that didn't really encourage any affection towards her. One Monday, when the groceries arrived at the door, the kitten bolted out like a white tornado, ran down the stairs and back out into the alleyways of the city. Freedom, said Flufee, who began to work the bins in the back alleyways. Suddenly the cat ran into a rat that sat there on top of a garbage pile in the middle of the alleyway, picking through the scraps. Screech, hello, cat. How's things? Said the rat. Yeah, well, could be better, but not so bad since I've escaped. Meow. The rat queried. From where? The pond? Or the shelter? No, meow. I ran away from the crazy old lady who never talks to me, said the kitten. Where are you going? Asked the rat. Haven't worked that one out yet, meow, said the kitten. What's your name? Said the rat. Meow, Flufee. What's yours? Sure, call me King Rat. Meow, who made you king? Said the kitten. Well, I did, of course, Screech. Well, all the other rats can survive. I'll be the one left, Screech. Me, King Rat, the survivor. See? Screech. Cool, said the cat. Yeah, that's right, Squeal. I'll be the one left when the others aren't around. I'll survive. That's why I'm King Rat. I'll always be a step ahead, smarter than the average rat, said the rat. That seemed slightly psychotic with his responses. He sniffed amongst the scraps that were discarded from the takeaway meals. The cat could smell a rat and was getting inquisitive. Hey, meow, King Rat. What do you think of the city we're living in here? Well, Screech, I'll tell you exactly. Where do you come from? The rat asked. Meow. I come from Nine Lives Island, like the only place on Earth where cats have ruled over people. The rat was impressed and said, So, the island is ruled by cats? Yeah, meow. I'll tell you what, if you're looking to think about maybe taking over, maybe you should come visit my island and see what I've done and what we've accomplished. I'm listening, Rat. Go on, tell me more. The rat listened as Flufee told this fantastic story of how the cats raided every home and building until there was nothing left of Nine Lives Island. And envious of the cat's victory over humans and eager to have one island of his own, King Rat said, "Can you help us with our revolution?" Flufee was now in control of the situation and replied, "Maybe there's something you need to do. Tell all your rat family and your army that they should come and see 9 Lives Island. The ship leaves tonight at midnight from the low docks. If you want to come and see the Cat Kingdom, I'll be waiting on the mooring ropes." King Rat replied, Follow me. I want you to meet some of my army, some of the breed, the street breed." The cat followed the rat into an underground sewer system. Then, there they all were, the entire breed of city rodents, and they weren't as pretty as a sight as you ever saw. It wasn't a party mood either. The rats were gathering with a poisonous, serious smell. And the crowd had some heavy dudes standing in their ranks. They all squealed and screeched as King Rat addressed the gathering. "Okay, listen up, everyone. I need you to meet someone." King Rat called Flufee over and squealed. "This is Big Chief Cool Cat. I want you to hear her out." Flufee started to talk. "Meow, where I come from, we took over from the humans. We cats all took up strategic places. And if you're serious about this revolution, then I want you to come tonight and see for yourselves what we cats have done on 9 Lives Island. The ship leaves at midnight. And take it from me, you won't be disappointed." "You mean the Doom City? We're talking about the Doom City," said one of the rats. "Yeah, meow. We are the breed, right? We are the authority in the street. Isn't that the way it is?" I like you, said the king rat. "We like you, Flufee, we like you," everyone squealed. "Freedom is the scourge that we're going to be over humans. And we have to be accepted for who we are. And you must be accepted for who you are. That's why I like this city," said the cat. The rat jumped up on the garbage bin and squealed. "So what do you think of the people in this city?" Meow, people, I use them, like you do, right?" said Flufee. The rats all screeched, doing backflips, landing all over the place. "Well, yeah, that's right. So their days are numbered. I've got a plan. It's all gonna go down tonight. And we all have to be smart to survive these days, right?" All of the rats screeched and squealed in response. Revolution, if you want to know. Everybody, we're gonna take over this place. The city will be ours." Flufee had to keep cool. She realized something was really afoot and wanted to get down on the good side of the rats. "I've been, around the world a lot, and I've seen a few revolutions in my time, you know," said Flufee. "Oh, meow." Really? Tell us more, said the cat. And the rat, together, meow. "We're singing the same song. Revolution," they all said together. "Meow. Well, where I come from, I'm a legend. Meow. They call me Cool Cat with a double E. Flufee. Meow. And I've kept every human scalp of all the victims who got in my way. Scream! That's what I call real cool. Real cool. said the king rat.
No mercy, meow, no mercy.
Thunderous applause echoed all around the sewers. Now it was put to a vote, and the motion to jump on the ship was carried. King Rat spoke aloud.
Okay, everybody listen. It's just beginning. Now, for the rat kind to take over the world, we are going to rule.
A loud applause followed, but Flufee knew that this would be an end, not a beginning, to their wicked plan. And that night, before the rats came, Flufee and a few of her furry friends from the tenement flats started to gnaw and chew through parts of the mooring ropes that kept the ship tied to the dockside. And later that night, when all of the rat army came in their huge numbers to scurry along the mooring ropes on board the ship, the rope snapped under the weight of the rats, and all of the rat army tumbled down into the water in the harbour and were drowned. King Rat was one of the last rats left. As Flufee looked down from the ship into the water, she shouted,
Meow. To survive, you gotta be smarter than the average rat. Isn't that right?
King Rat struggled and squealed and screeched and spluttered and slowly went down underneath the water. Flufee returned back to the safety of the alleyways that had become her home. The end.